This is a qualitative biomechanical running analysis of Heidi from video taken in December of 2014. From the left side view, you can see that she has a pretty smooth running gait with not a lot of vertical displacement, meaning that she's not bouncing too much with each step. It also looks like she's got a pretty light landing, and gait seems pretty consistent. Let's see what happens when we slow it down. Let's start at the top. Watch how much the shoulders rotate as her left leg kicks back. The left arm comes almost all the way in front of the body, which indicates there's a little bit too much shoulder rotation occurring. Also, if you look down towards the legs and the feet, her heel's kicking out pretty far in front of her right before she makes contact with the ground. And ideally, we would like the foot to be maybe just a little bit in front of your center of gravity so that you're making contact with the bottom of the foot more so than just the heel, as it appears she may be doing here. When we look at the view from the right side, we can really see the difference between the rotation in the shoulders on the right and the left. You may notice that the right hand remains visible through the full gait cycle. The left shoulder does not become visible as the shoulders rotate, and the right hand sits a little lower. Now when we slow it down, we can see an even bigger difference in the upper body rotation, where the body doesn't rotate even far enough for you to see the left shoulder blade. This is a big difference from the right side. From the posterior view, again we can see she runs pretty smoothly, not a lot of vertical displacement, but again when we slow it down, there are going to be a few things that you'll notice that we can't see at regular speed. First of all, take a look at the hips. There are two dots in the lower back that will indicate movement of the pelvis, and you can see that the right and left sides are doing slightly different things. When we look at it frame by frame, it's even more obvious, but even here at a slow rate, you can see that left hip drop a little bit as the right foot's on the ground. Also, if you watch the way the feet plant on the ground, there's a little bit of crossing over, so the feet are almost landing in one straight line rather than hip distance apart like we would ideally see. When looking just at the lower leg to see movement of the ankles and the feet, you can really notice a little bit more how that left foot especially crosses over to land a little bit more towards the midline of the treadmill rather than the left foot coming straight down from the left hip to make contact with the ground. Once we slow it down, the things that I would like to point out are, one, how high the heel comes up as you kick back. The heel is barely making it up to the level of the knee. And normally we would see a little bit more kickback here, and this can relate to why the leg is striding out so far in front of the body as it's coming in to make contact. The other thing to notice is the direction of the toes as the heel is kicking up. So the right foot aims more or less straight down, but if you watch the left foot as it kicks back, the toe turns out just slightly as it's coming into the follow through.